Hey guys, I have a life update for you. I'm moving, and amongst this moving chaos, I have really gotten the chance to live as if I was a hoarder, to live amongst clutter and chaos, and I want to talk to you about it today and the importance of maybe not having clutter. I'm Jeanette Zizikowski, your go-to Feng Shui consultant. Let's get into it. Okay, so here I am, not in the power position, back to the door. It feels very uncomfortable. If you've watched any of my other videos, I think in probably 50% of them, I'm talking about the power position and how it's important to not sit with your back facing the door. This feels odd, but the other direction is even more cluttered. So I'm also sitting here amongst my boxes because there's really nowhere else to sit. There is so much going on. I am packing. I'll do another video about where I'm going, why. I'm very excited about this move. It's not something I ever planned for. It's not something that has ever been on a vision board. It's not something, it's nowhere I would have imagined going, but when you use Feng Shui and Chinese astrology and all of the tools I use to help other people live life aligned, live every day getting closer and closer to their dream life, if not already in their dream life, right? Just where life is easy and in flow. When you use all those tools, the steps just unfold, they make themselves present to you, and it's really obvious what the next move is supposed to be. And for me, the next move was obvious. It was clear what I needed to do. I don't know why, but I know that the universe has big plans. I didn't have a big topic for today planned, but I did want to just share my experience, what it's like living amongst all of this stuff. And because rarely am I ever living like this. Clutter has nothing to do with Feng Shui. If you read the ancient texts, you're not gonna see the word clutter or having a lot of stuff in the ancient art of Feng Shui and what it all means and how it all works. But in modern day, we have more and more stuff. We have these different homes that we live in, and clutter's kind of gotten lumped in with Feng Shui because clutter does stop the flow of energy in our space. And so often we're all talking about it. We all, as in all the Feng Shui consultants, are talking about it. And so often I can post or share videos about don't have clutter. It doesn't help you feel better, right? It's been a while since I have felt truly the side effects of having all of this stuff everywhere. And granted, it's a little extreme because I'm using like plasticware, like reusing plasticware and paper plates and stuff as everything is packed. So it's a little bit more extreme than just clutter. It's like really not being in my normal routine. What I can say is I have been in absolutely no mood to work. I have not been able to focus on anything. I haven't been able to like really sit down and focus on work in the normal areas. I still have my desk area sort of set up. I could sit there, but with all the clutter blocking the doors, like, you know, right here, energy's supposed to flow in this door. It still can, because obviously I can walk in the door, but all of my stuff is right here. And then also by another window that I have over here that I will shoot a video of. I'll add some footage right here, yes. You can see there's all this stuff that's piling up in front of that window too, and I still tried to leave it somewhat open, but there's just no way around it. I'm in a small apartment. Stuff has to go somewhere once it starts getting packed and building up. It's just so not crazy, but kind of crazy how much I'm feeling it. I can't really think straight. It's really hard for me to focus. It's really hard for me to make decisions. I'll admit this could just be the move in general, but I am like easily irritable. I am a little bit more on edge, and actually I know because of the energy in one of the directions of my home in the southwest, I have a 3. And if you aren't familiar, I have posts and have shared that in Feng Shui, classical Feng Shui, there's different types of energy. And the 3 is often associated with anxiety, especially for me because I'm an 8 Ming Gua. And if you would like to know your personal energy number, over here. If you'd like to know your personal energy number, there is a link below. You can sign up, just put in your email, there's a little chart, and you can find out what your personal energy number is and your element personal energy number and Ming Gua are the same thing, and your element, your lucky directions. It gives you a bunch of fun info about yourself. And so for me, stacking a bunch of stuff on a 3 really does increase my anxiety, really does increase discomfort, and it's also paired in my Feng Shui here with my health energy. And so both of those together, adding a bunch of clutter and ugly stuff to it, not letting it breathe, that's what increases this inability to focus, this inability to make quick decisions, the increased anxiety. So there's just so much to share in this one video about maybe things you didn't know about Feng Shui. Like, did you know there's different types of energy? Did you know, living in this example, it reminded me, like, when you guys are building a home, when you're redoing your home, when you need to find an area to store certain things, when you do Feng Shui and look at your floor plan, you can see which areas are better than others to have more storage in, right? So for example, for me, while I lived here, I made sure it was not on this type of energy because now I'm feeling the side effects of it. So when you live in your home permanently, you're not moving, you have all this stuff and you still need to put it somewhere. In the floor plan, we can see where's the best place to put all of this stuff for storage so that you don't feel the effects of it. Depending on your human design chart, which is also something that I do when I work with people one-on-one, I tell them their human design chart and I look a little bit at their environment. You might be somebody who's better at working in one designated spot, or you might be somebody that likes a few different options and you need to change it up throughout the day. I personally need the variety, and so to have stuff everywhere and only have one option, it really is like making me go a little nuts because it's just like everywhere I look, I feel trapped, okay? So again, if you are somebody that feels trapped, and you're somebody that feels this overwhelming, that you can't take a big inhale, look around. Is there a lot of stuff that you can get rid of? Is there things that can be organized? You may not know it, but if there isn't something obvious in your life, although often chaos comes when our homes are chaotic as well, they kind of reflect each other, mirror each other. But if you feel that way, really look a lot around and think like, are there boxes I can clean up? Are there things I can give away? Are there books I can get rid of or straighten up? Or is there a lot of stuff just on the ground? Or is there a lot of stuff blocking windows and doors and mirrors? You know, that's the stuff that when you start to dilute it, you will start to be able to take a bigger inhale, to make quicker decisions. It will sincerely help. I'm like reverse engineering the situation and like remembering how good I have it when I have all my stuff organized. This process is also a very big reminder to keep your entryway clear. Oxygen flows through our blood, right? Blood and energy flows through us, through these channels. Think of your hallways as the channels giving the life energy to your home. If all of your hallways are very tight and built up and there's stuff everywhere, you're gonna feel, you might see it in your health, and you're definitely gonna see it in your attitude, your lack of energy, because look how hard it is for energy to flow through and give life to your space, to breathe in energy to your space. So check your hallways, check your front doors, make sure it's not like a clogged artery, right? Make sure it is a clear, uncluttered hallway and entryway. And make sure, especially at these main entries, your front door is called your mouth of chi. It's where most of the energy comes pouring in. I also look at balcony windows if you have like screen doors or you have like 2-story windows, like a lot of energy is coming in that way as well. What's going on directly around these entry points where so much energy is coming in? Is there a lot of clutter specifically around there framing it? Are there a lot of heavy curtains? Are there a lot of shoe mats and shoe racks? Are there a lot of racks of things by your front door? And like, it should feel like when you walk in, you should feel like, like this feels so good. Like life just got breathed into my home. That's how it should feel. And if it doesn't, then you're missing out. And it doesn't mean you have to have a big fancy door. It doesn't have anything to do with status or fanciness of things or expensiveness of things. It is purely to do with the amount of space that you have to let that energy come in. So it's not a how fancy is my stuff kind of thing. And if all your stuff was really fancy, it doesn't mean you get to stack up more of it. So I don't care if all your shoes are, I don't know, fancy shoes. I want to say Dior, but I don't even think they make shoes. So this shows you what I know about fancy stuff. Doesn't matter if all your shoes are super fancy and they're the ones all out the door. It doesn't matter. We just want that space for all the energy to flow in. Another point I want to point out in all this process, there's really something to be said for knowing where things are. You waste so much energy when you're disorganized. You waste so much energy. Where is this? Where's this? Now you get frustrated. Now that anger's building up. Oh, why can't I find it? Now I'm late. It's just this terrible ripple effect that, again, life could just be so much easier. Now, organization gets lumped in with Feng Shui a lot too, and we're definitely not professional organizers. I think that some of us are maybe better at it than others just because it kind of like comes with the territory. That could be a bold statement. Don't quote me on that. I don't know if I actually feel that way. But anyway, not the point. Knowing where your stuff is saves you energy, saves you frustration. It streamlines your life. So whether you get a professional organizer or maybe you've just been needing a sign, a message, you've just never seen the priority in it or seen the benefits of it, give it a shot. Turn on Netflix in the background, put on The Office, let it play loud, sit in your kitchen and organize things. Just casually for fun, no pressure, organize it with no expectations of maintaining it. See how you feel and you'll be like, wow, I cannot believe I've been missing out on this. Just knowing where everything is makes life so much easier. I did not expect this video to become like a 3-tip things for moving and living in your home, but it kind of did, right? We had one, which was look at the clutter, just get rid of it. Just find a good spot, maybe one section of your home. Do not spread it all out. Even if you haven't done Feng Shui with me one-on-one and you don't know where the best direction is for all your stuff, just try to, what's that word I'm looking for? Put it in one spot. Consolidate it into one direction. Don't mess up your whole house. And you can even look at my yearly forecast to see what is the best direction for the year, and then you can just avoid putting all your stuff in that spot, right? Put it in like a medium. Don't put it in the worst because then you're just making the worst worse. And don't put it in the best because we want it to energy to flow in. But you can find a medium one that doesn't really affect you, and that's where you can put all your stuff. So there's a little trick. The second one we looked at is don't clog your arteries, aka your hallways, your entryways. Don't clog all of that. These spots. You want the energy to breathe. You don't want your home to look like it does when I'm moving. That was our second tip. And then our third tip was just organize your stuff. Try it out. Don't put any pressure on yourself to maintain it. Just organize a little something, whether it's your kitchen drawers, whether it's your closet. Start small, organize something that you use every day. Makeup drawer, closet, did I just say that? Even if it's just like your underwear drawer, like being able to quickly grab things and go, you're going to be hooked and you're going to stay on it. Or even if it slips a little here and there, you won't be as intimidated to organize in the future. You'll do it and you'll love it so much that maybe, yeah, then a week gets busy, but you won't be as scared to go back and then reorganize it. You'll feel excited to do it because you know how great it feels once it's done. Those are my 3 tips that I did not realize I was gonna share with you today. I am moving. I'll send another video out here soon, where I'm going, why. We're gonna look at how the Feng Shui works, how you look at your Feng Shui, your Chinese astrology, some life events, you know, you analyze it all, and your intuition. Gotta go, phone storage is full. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next week.